Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. I'm out here getting the steps in, and I'm always multitasking as I walk. But I want you guys to be on a mission to change things. I often hear consultants say, I wish I could do this if I had the money. I wish I could sign up for the Cent and Woman a month if I had the money. I wish I could have a website if I had the money. I wish I could go to SFR if I had the money. I wish I can do this, that, and the other if I had the money. Okay, so first of all, guys, the solution is in the palm of our hand. Let's start there. I am going to take you back and share some things with you. Back in 2020, there's so many stories I can tell you, but I'll start here. In 2020, when all the doors shut down, everything closed down, we all just kind of went into a panic. Like, what in the world are we going to do? I know I went into a panic. I don't know about you guys, but I went into a panic. Because can you imagine doing the same thing for, goodness gracious, doing the same thing for about, say, 11 years and not knowing how to do it any other way? All I knew was to go out and work events. I didn't do parties. I didn't do home parties. I didn't do virtual parties. So trying to teach me something different at this point, like, it was just unheard of. Like, I was trying to figure it out. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to make it in here, and I need this extra money. So how am I going to survive? So guess what I did? I started watching videos. I just thought about it because that's what I did when I joined Scentsy. I watched videos to teach myself how to work my business at the beginning because my sponsor was new. We did not have Facebook groups. So much has changed. We didn't have all the products we have now. So much has changed. So I was determined to do something about my situation. I was not going to just sit there. So we have the ability to change the situation that we're in. So I watched videos after videos after videos. I went to groups and watched more videos every day. I was on a mission to change this. So I was on such a mission until that year, 2020 and 2021, they were my best years ever. But it wouldn't have been that had I not changed my mindset. If I had sat there and said, oh, I wish I had the money to pay my mortgage. I wish I had. No, I had to take action. That was not just going to happen. So you have to take action. If you want change, you have to be the change. Now, after that, Mama had a stroke in 2020 also. That was another change that I had to adjust to because I had to take care of her in a different way. So I had to adjust to that change. Then at the end of 2021, she got really sick and almost died. I lost my job of 37 years. So I had to adjust again. You're constantly having to adjust because things are constantly happening in our lives. So we have to adjust to those things. One thing we know, we cannot predict what's going to happen in our life. Things just happen. Life gets in the way. So I've heard people say, well, I just can't do certain things because I'm going through this. Okay, but the bills are still due. The mortgage people don't understand. The car note people, they don't get it. The bank not understanding that. So we got to get it. Now, in 2021, I was diagnosed with diverticulitis. I had never heard of such, but I knew one day I woke up in so much pain. I had to take myself to the emergency room. And when I got there, they said, oh, you got diverticulitis? So what is that? That's when I found out that I had an infection in my colon. And I had to take antibiotics for like 10 days. The antibiotics were so strong, they made me sick. I was so sick. I was sick really for like 2 weeks. So it was hard for me to adjust through that because I already have irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, it's a tough thing. So I had to adjust the way I eat. I can no longer do nuts. I can't do anything with nuts in it. So I had to change that. I had to change the way I eat because I don't want to go through that again. Because if I have another flare-up, I could possibly have to have surgery to have part of my colon removed. This is serious stuff. So when things happen, we have to learn to shift. We have to learn to adjust. And you know what? And that's okay. That's life. Well, something else happened last week when I went to the doctor. My cholesterol is elevated. Now, I know I walk. Sometimes this stuff is genetic and you can't really help it. But my goal is not to be placed on medicine. And guess what I'm doing, guys? I am adjusting again. I'm adjusting my diet. Now, I am going to take away the fried chicken that I like to eat. I'm going to take away the fried green tomatoes that I like to eat. I'm taking away the potato chips. So I already know what I was doing wrong. So guys, when you see yourself in a situation where you're not getting any orders or people not joining your team, you know what you're not doing. You need to make an adjustment. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to recognize it. Once you recognize it and you adjust that, then you know what to work on. Always be in a situation where you're willing to change. Because if you don't, change happens and you just sitting there. You got to be always a student. You got to always be somewhere where you're learning. And you got to keep your eyes open all the time. Now, I got a friend, he sells cars. I've been noticing him for years because I see his personality. People are driven to his personality. He go out there and say the darndest things. It's like you just want to go over there because it's a reality show on his Facebook page. And I go over there just to see what he's doing. So the other day I noticed that he had this powerful video. And it's a new launch that he's doing to brand himself I've been following this guy now for 13 years. He's never done this before. So somebody must have told him that you need to do something different and brand yourself. So I messaged him and asked him who did his videos, and he gave me the guy's information. So I am going to be launching a new campaign that's different. Always be willing to change what you're doing, guys. You can have a whole photo shoot with your products as they come in. That's what I do. Always try something different, because what you're doing is not going to always work. Sometimes you got to go back to what you used to do. This stuff is a revolving kind of thing. I remember when I was out in the world working events. Then when things shut down, I had to do it virtually. I had to learn how to work my business virtually, which is good now, because now for people who aren't able to get out, I can teach somebody how to work their business virtually. Now, if somebody join my team and want to know how to work events, I can teach them that, because I've been exposed to all that. If somebody wants to do a fundraiser, I don't do a lot of them, but I have an idea and I can help them get started. So I would suggest that you go and learn things about your business. Learn how to get out there. Learn how to grow. If you're struggling with recruiting, I challenge you guys to follow people who are really recruiting. Follow them. Find out what they're doing. There are so many different YouTube videos out there on how to get people to join your team. If you're struggling with booking parties, I challenge you to go find some videos. Go to YouTube to see how to do block parties, to see how to do pouch parties, to see how to do virtual parties, to see how to do birthday parties. Anything that you're challenged with, any struggles you face, there's an answer out there, guys. Somebody that made a video for it. I try to make as many videos as I can because I get a lot of questions. And granted, because my sales are strong and because my numbers are strong with recruiting, that stuff don't fall in my lap, guys. I worked to make that happen. I'm very consistent. I show up every day. I've had, you name it, go on in my family. But guess what, guys? That's part of life. I'm sorry that we have to go through pain sometimes. But we got to dust ourselves up and keep it going. My 33-year-old son almost died. He had to have 5 surgeries to remove a huge tumor from his brain. I was at my lowest point ever in my life. I thought I was going to die. But guess what, guys? I poured myself into my Scentsy business. I did, because I needed to keep my mind going. I needed positivity in my life. People started rallying around me, and they bought from me because they knew what I was going through. But I'm so grateful for Cincy because Cincy was there. The community is everything. Guys, find your accountability partner. Find somebody to connect with. This community is great. I just wanted to share it with you guys because there should be no reason why we're struggling financially when we have the answer right there in the palm of our hand with this business opportunity. It's all about what you plan to do with it because the answer is right there in our hands. Don't leave money on the table, guys. Don't you know that if one person's PRV could be $25,000 to $30,000, one person, if somebody could sell that much, guess what that means? That means people are buying it. So if they're buying it, you need to fix it where they buy from you. Because they're buying it from some folks. They buying it from me. They buying it from a lot of consultants. So how is it that they could buy from you? That's something you have to work on. That's something you got to fix. So, and every time consultants quit, that means there's more opportunity for consultants like me. Because I meet a lot of people that will tell me, my consultant's not in the business anymore. I need some more products. I meet people all the time saying that. So guys, you give the opportunity to somebody else. Each time we don't do the things, if we don't follow up, if we're not extending ourselves to enlarging our territory, if you're not doing that, you leave the door open for somebody else. Always know that, guys. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. We all go through something, but we'll get through it. But continue to show up, continue to work your business, continue to know that there is a solution in this business, guys. I hear it often. I've even heard people say, well, I want to work an event, but I don't have products. You don't have to have products, guys. You got your kit. That's all you need. You got your starter kit. Guys, I'm telling you, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and use what you have. Use the talent that God has given you. You just need to show up. I mean, I remember when I worked my first event and they told me I needed enough products to fill 6 tables. Guess what I did? I took my kit and a couple of warmers that I had and I spread them over 6 tables. I did. I took that and it looked like it was bare empty in there. But I did, like, okay, he didn't say how much had to be on the 6 tables. So, and I'm still there. Guys, you open that door for me. That means that I have an opportunity. So if a door is open for you guys, go for the opportunity. All you need is a door to open for you. And you show up. Okay, guys, love you. Happy Wednesday. Take care, guys.